Bienvenidos a Encuentros con Cineastas en el Aguilar Film Festival en Aguilar de Campoo. Una vez más vamos a entrevistar a uno de los directores que compiten en la sección oficial del festival. En esta ocasión vamos a hablar con Serhat Karaaslan, director turco de CRIMINELS, Los Criminales, un corto que cuenta la historia de una pareja joven que está tratando de buscar una habitación en un hotel, y de modo infructuoso, porque hay un problema, y es que no están casados, y eso complica las cosas, complica tanto las cosas que la película casi deviene una suerte de película de terror. How are you, Karaaslan?
Hello, thank you very much for this interview and for screening the film. I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay. Welcome to Aguilar Film Festival. I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? The first question, is it true that this film is inspired in true events?
Yes, it's based on a true story, and even it's my personal story.
Is it your personal story?
Yeah, it happened to me when I was at university, and then I made a film about it after like 10 years later, something like that.
All right. Well,
yeah, in the beginning, I didn't want to say it's my personal story because it was a bit weird situation, you know, like then when people watch the film, like many times they ask me, is that kind of true story? I said, yes. Then I said, okay, it's why I'm hiding it and I should tell the story. And it's my personal story and yeah.
All right. Sí, nos está diciendo que básicamente sí, está inspirada en hechos reales, es algo que le ocurrió a él. Esto de no encontrar habitación de hotel cuando estaba en la universidad. Do you think this film goes beyond a local? I mean, this film is based in a local situation, a specific region in Turkey. It happened to you. You already said. But do you think it's a metaphor, or it can be seen as a metaphor of what happens in a police society?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a local story, but at the same time, local story can be universal as well. I mean, in Turkey, it takes place a story like that. But if you change in United States or in Europe, in some racist places, it can happen differently. Like imagine in a hotel, if there will be a homophobic person, if there will be a homosexual couple, they can't disturb them in another way. I mean, it's tell the truth, something about Turkey, but at the same time about the humanity, to be about being human, our dark side. And I think that's why it's questioning not only like it's, as you say, it can be a metaphor or symbol, whatever. Not only about Turkey or Middle East, it can be something about humanity in different way in another part of the world.
Mm-hmm. Sí, Serhat nos está diciendo que sí, que está de acuerdo que es una metáfora. La película pretende ser una metáfora más allá del planteamiento local que tiene. En este caso, en Turquía ocurría y puede ocurrir todavía hoy de una pareja joven que no encuentra una habitación, pero puede ocurrir en Estados Unidos o en otras partes de Europa, donde a lo mejor la situación no es tanto con unos chicos jóvenes, pero puede ocurrir con una pareja homosexual o incluso en términos racistas, ¿no? Donde se rechaza a la gente por estas razones de conseguir una habitación. I mean, this film is social. I mean, we're speaking about that, no? It's got social issues, but also it's like a horror movie. I mean, it's like a horror movie actually. Do you like to mix different genres?
Yeah, in general, I love genre film, and especially I like a lot the film mixing genre. I think it's somehow, developing the cinema as well. I think it gives us like the courage to try something different. I mean, it's based on true story, but the true story, it was not exactly as in the film until like the first half. Like, the people who are going to watch this interview, I guess they already watched the film. It's not going to be spoiled, but until the phone call, it's same more or less, but the rest is imagination. And I have this idea and story, and it has potential. Then I develop it, and I think about for a long time how I film it, how should be my approach to tell this story. I didn't want to it would be like a statement about Turkey or about this kind of situation. And I want to like try something cinematographically as well. I mean, if you take out this marriage certificate story, and if you take out the social issue side, it can be just a horror film. But for me, what's valuable, I think, telling a social realistic film with a strong cinematographic style, or I don't know, like the cinema language.
Mm-hmm.
And this was kind of something I wanted to try. I want to dare to go like a bit further to try different things.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it makes sense what I said.
And it's really enjoyable, I must say, yeah. Nos está diciendo efectivamente que, porque le he preguntado si le gusta mezclar géneros, y es que lo cierto es que la película tiene elementos sociales, como hemos hablado, elementos realistas, es la base de la historia, pero como ya he dicho antes, te viene una especie de película de terror, y entonces él dice que efectivamente no te quería hacer una película de lo que le pasó o de lo que puede pasar en Turquía, sino que sobre esa base real pues quiso darle un elemento cinematográfico y bueno, pues efectivamente le gusta mezclar los géneros y sí tiene esa mezcla con lo realista, lo social, pero también con el terror psicológico, vamos a decirlo. I found quite interesting the character that plays the security guard in the hotel. It's quite hypocrite, actually, because on one hand he's terrifying the couple for not being married, but in the meantime he's like, let's say, fencing the situation, imagine, or something like that. Do you think censure always has some level of hypocrisy?
Is that censure? I don't understand that word.
Censure, I mean, well, we already talked about the police society. In a police society where you can't do things, where there are, prohibitions, there is always some kind of, always in this kind of societies, there is always a kind of some level of hypocrisy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, for me, it's that character it's like it's expressed the hypocrisy of the society. I mean, this person is he's trying to punish them, control them, but at the same time, like the moment he has kind of some chance to have some sexual things with them, he tries chance, and this is very hypocritical. But for me, I didn't want to just when I was writing, when I was shooting, I didn't want to just look at this character as the symbol of the hypocrisy of society. I think if we look like that, if we work like that, it would be a bit dangerous. It can be a didactic. First of all, he's a character for me, and I created his personal things, like how this guy is and his psychology, and then he has something like about society as well. I mean, it has both. If it would be only like the symbol of hypocrisy of society, it would not be very realistic. I don't know. I mean, it was something for me. This character was a balance for the tone of the film as well. I think it was. I mean, when he would be too much crazy, we lose a bit the reality. It could be a bit like fantasy story, and for me, that's why. Like during writing, during filming, during editing, it was kind of balance, and I try to have a balance for everything. Like, but still, it was a reason for me to tell this story. I mean, it was a true story, but when I found the idea in the true story, there was not a character like that. There was not something like that happen. When I found the idea about this character, I really started to be very excited to tell this story, and the idea of mixing genre came with this character. It's brought a lot to the film.
No, bueno, estamos hablando de un personaje particular del film, que es el guarda de seguridad, que básicamente por un lado les está asustando, pero por otro lado fantasea con lo que ocurre en esa habitación, que son dos chicos jóvenes, ¿no? que están tratando de hacer el amor. Entonces estamos hablando sobre la suerte de hipocresía que tiene ese personaje, que está de acuerdo con él, pero él cree que va más allá de lo de la hipocresía, y que fue un personaje que cuando se planteó digamos, darle ese carácter cinematográfico del que hemos hablado, ¿no? de de llevar la película más allá de lo que era la realidad, ¿no? De lo que le había ocurrido a él, pues consigue un equilibrio, ¿no? Con lo que quería conseguir. How was the casting of the actors? How did you choose them?
For this character, the security guard,
No,
he was
in general, the movie. Just
I like this character for first time. I was when I was writing, I was thinking about this character, this actor, because I worked with him before. I knew his how talented he is, and I knew he's going to really push the limits for this character. And for the others, for the young couple, it was very difficult because in Turkey, shooting a make love scene, it's not that easy. I mean, for Europe, maybe what we have in this film is very simple, and maybe we can see in a lot of TV shows even. But in Turkey, it's a lot for now because last 10, 15 years, like not only state regime changed, the society also changed very fast. And now in TV shows, we even cannot see a kiss. It's not possible anymore. Before it was not like that. Before, like it was like in Europe. But because of that, it was a bit difficult to find actors because of the make love scene. And we did a lot of audition, like for each of them, more than 50 audition maybe we did. Some actors, they were, especially for the female, they were negotiate with me how much we are going to show their bodies, how much there will be naked, like nudity, and how will be our approach. And they want to be convinced and sure it's not going to be dangerous for them. And it made a bit difficult, but somehow in the end, after a lot of audition, we found these two young actors, and they are brave, and it was a good match as a couple. They become like a couple as well.
But do you have problems to show this film in Turkey?
Yeah, we screen in some festivals, like in 2-3 festivals, not much.
Okay, so the problem is the acting, but not really to show the film. I mean,
it's like that in Turkey, it's like that. For example, the actors, like when you discuss with them, they say we don't have problem to be in a make love scene, but the problem, they will use this against us. They will cut those scenes and they put on the YouTube. And when we, for example, it will be like kind of black propaganda against us. It's possible. It could happen. Like for example, like main media now, it's really connect to the regime, and they can, for example, if they become famous later, I don't know, they can say, oh, look at, she used to be in like erotic films. They can use like that, they can manipulate really. And for TV shows, like actors in Turkey, mostly they make their life by TV shows. In cinema, especially in the independent cinema, they cannot get paid well. I mean, I think everywhere same, a bit or less. And it's like it makes for them, from their point of view, like it's a bit risky for their their career. And also, I mean, there's like social pressure, like when, for example, when you don't see any even like kissing scene in the TV shows. I mean, for example, if someone do that, it's a bit like you put your, I don't know, like I don't know what to say. You put you in a bit in front of the people, like you become like a target for some bad black propaganda, let's say.
Right.
I mean, because of those reasons, it was not that easy. Like I remember, like for example, one actress, she was very interested. She's well known in Turkey. She was very interested, and she said, "I would love to make something with you, and I would love to make this film with you." But when she read the script, she found some excuse, and she politely refused. But because she thought it will be very dangerous for her career.
Right.
And I understand this. I mean, in Turkey, unfortunately, the situation is like that right now.
Right, okay. Bueno, voy a tratar de resumir todo esto, pero básicamente, claro, le había preguntado sobre cómo fue el casting de los actores. Y en concreto, todo esto ha ido en torno a la pareja joven, que fue muy difícil. Bueno, el personaje del que habíamos hablado antes, del guardia, fue fácil porque además cuando lo escribió pensaba en él, pero lo de la pareja joven, hay algunas escenas, bueno, yo no me atrevería a decir sexo, sencillamente son escenas de besos y abrazos y desnudo parcial, pero en ropa interior, pero dice que eso es difícil porque hay a día de hoy, no era así antes, en Turquía hay mucha presión para que los actores se muestren así, besándose y mostrando alguna parte de su cuerpo. Entonces ha sido bastante difícil, incluso alguna actriz conocida pues rehusó el papel precisamente por eso, porque está muy mal visto. No es que esté prohibido en términos de no puedes hacerlo, pero puede afectar mucho a las carreras de los actores. Y por eso estoy pensando en una escena de la película que tampoco es muy subida de tono, pero sí efectivamente puede ser un problema en Turquía, y es lo que estábamos hablando. Okay, well, we are going to finish this interview here. Okay, it's just a short introduction. I could speak longer with you about this film. I love this film. And I'm sure everybody's going to love it in Aguilar de Campo in the festival. So thank you very much for being here today to explain some points about your film.
Thank you as well. Thank you, and thank your audience. I hope they will enjoy the film and have a great festival.
Ok, y para el resto, bueno, pues que sigan viendo las entrevistas, hay que ver las películas en el festival. Y lo dicho, un saludo, nos vemos en la próxima entrevista.